Welcome back to the Daily Grind. So today I literally looked at the topics. I had written this out as like a formal game plan at the beginning of the month, and I went, what is the plan for today? Also, you have me at like my casual best today. I have the shortest of shorts on underneath my, I can talk about it, merch launch. Cheers, everybody. So, oh my God, I'm so dead. And also, can we just say, like, I love that it's double printed. I've been using this for my pre-workout and it's my favorite. I'm just going to say, and I just want to say thank you because we had like that was the best launch. You guys are the best. And I'm super proud. I'm super excited. I feel like that went so well. And I just want to say that I told Andre, I said, it's a really good launch when you're putting stuff up on the website and you go, wait, I need more of this. And you order it yourself. So thank you to everybody that supported. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go follow Donuts, Dumbbells, and Dreams on Instagram. Okay. So today what we're talking about is a public promise. This past weekend, if you're following on Instagram, and if this is like far in the future and you're listening to this later, I went to Arizona this weekend and I spoke on stage in front of about 500 people, of very successful people that are very successful in their business, that are super happy with how much they make and their social media following, all the things. Like, they're rock stars. So slightly intimidating, but you know what I want to say? I walked out there with an utmost level of calm. And this is what I talked about. Here's why I think I was calm. Because the topic is so me and so to my core what I did to see success. And what I did was I made a public promise. And what I want you to write down, and if you're on the chat right now live with me, then comment this and write this down, because it is a known fact that the more that you write things down, the more that it will be deposited in your brain and remain there to stay. So either you write it down on a notebook or write it down in the comments, but write it down or shout it out if you want to. Public promises are powerful. As a new coach, whenever I first started my business, I had 0 followers on social media. I knew that I liked what I was doing. I knew that I liked that I was helping people get healthy and fit. I knew that I liked that I was helping people turn their lives around and just be happier. That's all that I wanted. And I felt happier for that. And with that, I thought, I'm gonna set a public promise, and not just a public promise on my social media, but public promises to the people that I love the most and the people that I respect the most. So what a public promise is basically a promise on, you can do your social media if you want to, but if you do that, I would encourage you to also give a public promise to maybe a parent, a friend, an in-law, an uncle, an aunt, someone that has mentored you that they almost scare the patooties out of you. That's how I would explain it. So my public promise when I first started my business was to basically write out my goals of what I wanted to achieve in the next year, 3 years, by the end of that current year, within a year's time, so 12 months time. So let's just say we're doing it right now, present day, few more months left in the year, then what would you like? So let's say like 3 months. What do you want to achieve in 3 months? Then let's talk 12 months. Then what do you want to achieve in 3 years and 5 years? And I wrote it out. And I sent it to the people in my life that I not only love the most, respect the most, but they kind of scare the crap out of me. So super easy. Sent it to my mom. No problemo. Love her. She's one of the people that I love on this planet the most ever. Sent to my mother-in-law. No problemo. Love her the most. They don't scare me though. And I knew that that was something that was important. I needed to send it to people that scared me a little bit. So that went to both of my dads. And the reason I say that is I've been with Andre since I'm 15 years old. So I consider his dad part of, my own family as well. And I consider him my dad. And he scares the cannolis out of me sometimes. And so does my own dad. So I sent it to my dad and I sent it to his dad. And I was damned if I wasn't going to make that happen, because I had sent it to those 2 male figures in my life, and it lit a fire under me. And I never knew how much that public promise was so powerful until I did that. I also did it on my social media. And here is why. You might be thinking, like, why does this all matter? And as I'm talking, can you maybe declare your public promise in the comments? If you would like to, you can tag me on Instagram with it as a public promise. You can send it to me. Hopefully I don't scare the patooties out of you, but if I do, send it to me. And declare what you want. 3 months, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years. Done. What do you want and what will you make happen in that amount of time? And if you want to add by the end of this month, let's do that. But why it all matters, why a public promise matters, is that it is not only powerful because when you make that stuff happen to, let's say, the people that are around you that they might be doubting what you're doing, even if it's just you're on your fitness journey and you're trying to be healthier, trust me when I say I had friends that doubted me, judged me, thought I was crazy. And when I made it happen, I stuck with it over the span of 3 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years and beyond, eventually they kind of went, oh, whoa. So not only does you putting out this public promise and sticking to the things that you say you're going to do add insane amounts of credibility to the stuff that you're actually doing and to yourself, but more than that, and I know that that's super awesome, but more than that, especially if you're building a business, super awesome. So do the crap that you say you're going to do and you'll build a business because you're not quitting. And that's the only way you can fail, by the way, is if you quit. You should write that down too. But here's where a public promise matters the most. Your confidence is stemmed from you following through on the things that you promise yourself that you're going to do. And every single time that you don't do them or you fall short of them, you chip away at that confidence. Imagine what happened if you actually follow through on the shit that you say you're going to do and that you're like, you know what? This month I'm doing those things. I don't know how. I don't know what way I'm going to go about it, but it's happening and you do it. You know, yes, credibility and everybody will be super proud of you and all the things, but you will be super proud of you and you will know that you can now maybe push a little bit further. And that's how you go from the person that is so unsure, so shy, so uncertain of their future, so uncertain of themselves. And I shared this on my Instagram this week that I was just that shy girl. And I went from that to the girl that was speaking on stage in front of 500 people. And I know that when you guys see that, sometimes you're like, I don't think I could ever do that. I promise you, you can and you will. If you want some form of success in your life, you can and you will. But it starts with you following through on the stuff that you say you're going to do and you making a public promise not only to those that you love most, but to yourself. So share your public promise. Share it here, share it on Instagram, share it publicly, and share it to the people. Send at least 4 texts or 4 phone calls or 4 emails to the people that you love most in this world that maybe scare you a little bit. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, dudes.